Good evening, Rokugan. Thank you for tuning into Fire Chicken Review, where we talk about custom gaming products for the living card game Legend of the Five Rings, made by Fantasy Flight Games. Today I've been gifted all this product that you see in front of you, quite a bit actually, by a company called Buy the Same Tokens, that's been making custom tokens for FFG games for a few years and start right away making custom L5R tokens upon its release. As you can see, it comes in a variety of colors, which can be personalized in any way that you want, which is a nice touch. So if you do buy the same tokens, you and your friends can tell the difference between yours and theirs. Going right into the review, one of the first things I want to talk about is the clan-specific tokens. These tokens are excellent. They just pop right out, as you would expect of these tokens. If I was to take a crab token up front here, you'll see that it has the masking that you would expect on the back that easily peels off. Let me just pull up one that I did peel off already. And if you want, keeping the masking on is actually a nice touch. As you can see, once you take the masking off, it's see-through. And if you want to keep it on, it has that, adds a little bit of a popping touch. So this is one of the product lines, in my opinion, at least for the clan tokens, I would consider just keeping the masking on because it still looks quite nice. I really enjoy all of the clans that they gave me for these custom tokens. They look really nice. You'll notice that the crane one is missing here. That's just because they gave me a variety, and unfortunately there just wasn't any of the crane ones. That being said, check out my posts below, and you'll be able to go straight to their website and be able to tell that the crane ones are still just as nice as all the rest here, except for the scorpion. No one wants to play scorpion, right? I'm sure I'm going to get some downvotes for that. Just kidding aside, let's get right into being dishonorable. When I mean dishonorable, of course, I'm talking about honor and dishonor tokens. These tokens here they gave me came in two varieties. Starting off with the one that I prefer, I like how it's just the inverse image here. These are quite nice, easily fit on your card, light, and will fit in your deck box. I would, if I was to pick up a pair, I'd probably pick up these ones over these ones because these are a little bit simplistic to me, but they're still nice. I like that you can get them in different colors, like I mentioned, and you can easily tell which one is the honor and which one's the dishonor token. Getting right into the next thing that we have here. As you know, I'm not a big fan of initiative tokens, but if I was to replace my initiative token, I would instantly replace this cardboard with this acrylic one that is just pops out more. It's just a cheap way to have something to replace the token with. If you're like me, you probably forget half the time which one is the initiative token or whose turn it is because you're just so intense in the game. But this way, if you have this token, at least it shows up on your board easier and you probably won't forget anymore. The next thing that I want to talk about is the Imperial Favor that they gave me. This is 100% an upgrade compared to the base stock that you get in the game. This is fantastic. I prefer wood for most of my tokens, but this, I prefer the acrylic. It's a nice weight to it. It is double-sided like you would expect, and it just looks fantastic. I highly recommend picking this up. It's just not too much more to say about it. It's just easily will add some flair to your game. Getting into the next thing is I just wanted to talk about the rings themselves. These rings are poker chips that you can see. I'll just bring them up front here. They have that nice poker sound when they drop, and comparing it to the actual tokens that come in the base game, you'll see that they look exactly the same because they are the same image, but I would replace these in a heartbeat. They're slightly thicker, as you would expect of poker chips, but for the cost, which is inexpensive in my opinion, I believe they're under $10, I would recommend picking these up and replacing these cardboard ones that you see in front of you right away. The only issue that I find with any of the ring tokens is that it'll be a little bit hard to fit these in your token box, but that's fine. You can carry them on the side if you want. The last few tokens that they gave me for reviewing is they gave me some custom fate tokens. I find these actually slightly too big compared to what you get in the game. I wish that they were more of the size of this. It's about 1.5 times the actual size, and it's a little bit thicker as well. If you want these to be bigger though, and if that's your style, as you can see it comes in different colors, then these are probably for you. These are just not for me personally. I can understand why quite a few gamers would enjoy them, but I prefer to keep my Honor and Fate tokens as small as possible. Speaking about the Honor tokens, again, they come in that same size compared to what comes in the base game. Again, I think these are almost twice as big, to be honest. I rather use the base game tokens than these ones, but this is a small thing. When there's so much customization, you can probably ask buy the same tokens to reduce the size if you think they're too big, or maybe I'm wrong and you actually prefer this size because it pops out easier. So everyone can figure out for themselves what they think is the best for them, of course. Overall, I just want to say that these tokens are fantastic. I think the highlight, as I've already mentioned, has to be the clan tokens themselves and the Imperial Favor, which is the biggest thing that I would have to recommend picking up. I want to thank Buy the Same Tokens for letting me do a review of their product line, and I hope to do more reviews for them in the future. Overall, this has been Fire Chicken Reviews. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed what you saw.